What's going on to all my intellectual savages out there? This is Marcus, and you're at the channel of the DebtFree Dad. In this video, we're going to go over the mid-month check-in. Yeah, I know, before you all talk about me, it's probably about a week after the mid-month, but you know, hey, sometimes things happen. This video is going to be short and to the point. I'm not going to talk about the detailed numbers. I'm going to save all of that stuff for the end of the month budget closeout, but I will talk about some things that are going on and the home of the debt-free dad as it relates to how the budget and the finances are working this month. In addition, I'm going to get serious on the note. Hey, you know I like to joke too, but in addition, I'm going to get serious and have a real quick discussion on why it's imperative that everyone watching this video, anyone who you may know, family or friends, why it's imperative that everybody take accountability and get ownership of their finances, because at the end of the day, we all have a responsibility, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. As always, if you're interested in following my debt-free journey and learning about finance, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below, ring the bell that's on one of these sides below. So now let's go ahead and jump right into the topic. Okay, so let's talk about how the month of April went. Again, so far so good. As we know, in April, I did receive 3 paychecks, so that provided a little bit of flexibility. I put a link above to a video I did where I really just kind of talk about how we were going to allocate. $2,500 went to the vacation fund, $1,100 went to my son's 529 plan to put him on track with those things. We did allocate some money aside for spring break. It was $1,000. We clearly didn't spend $1,000. So we were able to make a lot of progress. Like I said earlier, at the closeout, I'll do a quick video just kind of wrapping things up. But so far, so good. Everything is being on point. We actually were able to get additional money because I was able to sell my hoopty, my old school Tahoe. I'm a misser. Man, I'm a misser, but I was able to sell my vehicle, so we were able to get some additional income from that sale. I will tell you, I probably could have got a little bit more. I sold it for $500. I probably could have got $1,500, but I'm kind of a sucker when it comes to this, and it's not uncommon. Anytime I sell a vehicle, I either donate it to charity or I give it to somebody who actually can use the vehicle at a really affordable price. So I met an individual who needed a vehicle. He had a family, and rather than, getting the extra $1,000, I knew that it could provide them some assistance. So we worked out an arrangement. He was able to come pick it up. He got a vehicle that's, he put a couple of dollars into it. He'll have something that's reliable. He can transport his family around and won't break the bank. He was also telling me he was trying to get from underneath of a car payment that he had. Of course, if I do any business with you, I'm going to talk finances with you. So I knew he was trying to get rid of a car payment that he had that was just kind of beating him over the head. So we were able to work something out. So hopefully him and his family can get a lot of more miles, a lot of more miles off of that vehicle and some good utilization out of it. Now let's take it, let me tone it down, talk on a serious note. On a serious note, I wanted to talk about, just kind of things that are going on that relates to finances and why it's imperative that, everyone just kind of get a hold of their finances. Well, my father is 72 years old, and he stayed in a rural area in the country where it's like house, land, cornfield, cotton field, another house. And it's just him and his dog. He not a city guy, which is crazy because he was raised in New York, but he's just a country guy. He was born down there. He loves the space. He loves being able to go outside and shoot his rifle. Well, he informed me, actually earlier today, that he has to have surgery for his heart, have heart surgery. Now, I'm not worried about, the outcome of it. I know everything is, like I said, everything is in God's hand. It's all God's plan. So all I can do is, pray that the doctor is at his best, that my pop's at his best, and let God's will be done. So that's kind of where I am with that. But, after the surgery, he may not be able to really take care of himself for 45 to 60 days. I mean, he tell me that the doctor said he'll be able to cook and do things around the house. He just can't drive. But, hey, I love my father. I know my father. he always gives me the light version because he still has this impression, which is crazy. He still has this impression that I'm like this 7-year-old kid and he has to be Superman. I already know he's going to wear that cloak of invulnerability, when it comes to discussions. And so last time, because he had a heart attack a few years ago, the last time when he had his heart attack, I mean, it took everything in me. It took everything for me to talk him into coming up here and staying with us until he was back on his feet. I mean, he didn't want to do it. It literally got to the point where I was down there and I was like, man, look, you stay down here by yourself. If you have a heart attack while you're out there working on your tractor or something and you just drop dead and the dog licking you, that's what you choose to do. And I just kind of walked off, and I knew that would get him to want to say, okay, I come up for a while. So he did come up for a while. So I'm probably going to be in that same predicament. He may come up, with me, and if he stays with me, that's fine. If he doesn't stay with me, at the end of the day, hey, if I gotta, pay money to have someone go take care of him and help him out for the next 60 days or whatever until he's back on his feet, that's just what I'm gonna do. That's family. No matter what the relationship was, no matter what issues, that's family. And that is the reason why, I feel blessed to have decided to try to take control of my finances because I'm in the position to do that. If he wants to come stay with me, he can come stay with me, and he has space and he can do what he want to do. But he's a stubborn ass old guy. I already know that. If he don't want to come up here, I can at least have the ability to be able to pay for someone to go down and help him. And so I think that's just a blessing to one be in that position. So I know that's coming from a place of privilege to be able to do that. So I'm definitely blessed and grateful that I can do that. But I think that's one of the reasons why we really have to take finances so serious is because at the end of the day, most people have some, obligation for somebody, whether it's your children, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your parents. But at the end of the day, I mean, health, family, and finances are probably the three most important things that we have in this world. And probably in that order: health, family, and finances. So I'm just blessed to be able to, provide that assistance, no matter what his decision is. Because, like I said, he's a stubborn 72-year-old black man. So I already know what it is. But I'm just fortunate, and I think that's why the sooner that you start this journey, it just puts you in a position where you can just make success. Hey, if I can't meet my goal on what I want to pay towards debt monthly, I'm cool. I'm fine with that as long as I know, hey, I'm not over leveraged. I can take some of that money, take care of Pops, and then once everything rolls over, once everything kind of works itself out, we can get back on schedule. So, we'll see how it goes, and what he ultimately decides. I would actually prefer him to come up here just because, I know how the home health care game is, and there's some great providers out there, but there's some other providers out there who need their ass whipped. So, we'll see how that develops, but that is how things are going so far in this mid-month, this 1 week too late check-in. As always, I appreciate you all tuning in. Hey, y'all take care, be healthy, be blessed. You can do it. Y'all intellectual savages, y'all think different and move different. Peace.